Okay, so Annabelle Comes Home, which is the latest in the Annabelle, so the Nungering universe. Anyway. So
Nungering, I like that.
Yeah, but that was an old gag from the Nun thing. So 1968, Ed and Lorraine Warren bring home the doll, the Annabelle doll, because at the beginning somebody says, "Shouldn't you just destroy it?" They go, "No, that'll be much worse. We must take it home and put it in a case behind church glass where it will be securely
What's it look like?
held." Annabelle. You don't even know what Annabelle looks like.
Well, I don't really.
Annabelle's like an iconic doll now.
Well, I know Cindy and Barbie.
Okay, Annabelle. Have you really never seen? Have you not seen any of the posters for Annabelle?
I don't think I have.
Okay, so it looks like the sort of doll that nobody in their right mind would make. It's like about this big, and it's meant to be a sort of smiley girl, but it actually looks like a devil face.
Okay, that one.
This creepy, dead of night, magic, scary doll.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Scary doll, okay? So they bring it home and they put it in the cabinet in the room with all the haunty things that they've done because they're all haunty. That's what they do. And then they want to go out for an evening, for more than an evening. They're going to go out for a bit, and they're going to leave their daughter at home with the babysitter. The daughter is having trouble at school because there has been a news story about the fact that her parents are, spook hunters. They are, they're ghost chasers. And so therefore people think that she's weird and strange, and she's got a birthday coming up. But the babysitter comes round, and the babysitter has a friend who's also read the story about all the spooky stuff. The friend also comes round and says, "Oh, I want to see the spooky stuff. You can't see it. The spooky stuff is in the room that's closed that must not be opened." So it takes about 5 seconds for the friend to open the room that's closed that must not be opened, in which there is the treasure chest of all the spooky, scary stuff that they've dealt with, including the Annabelle doll. And wouldn't you know it, one thing leads to another. Now, again, the interesting thing about it was it's not particularly scary, but it is. I thought it was actually kind of quite entertaining in a sort of rather sweet way, because although there's a lot of quiet bang stuff, it's executed sort of fairly well. It's directed by Gary Doman, who's a writer turned director, and essentially it's like getting all the stuff that you know from the series of movies in which it's connected, and just doing little flashes of each one of them. There's a kind of cute subplot about the fact that the boy across the road has got a crush on the babysitter, and he doesn't know that meanwhile all hell is breaking loose in the house. So it's not particularly it's not scary, but it's perfectly well put together. Quiet bang jumps. I quite like the characters, actually, which is not something that you end up saying quite often with this kind of film. The plot makes no sense, obviously, because it's not really a plot. It's more of a kind of fairground funhouse ride. But as I said, not particularly scary, but also not particularly annoying and not particularly depressing. So on the upper end of where those movies might be, it felt like a nice end point. Whether it will be, I have no idea.
More scary than Midsummer?
Well, Midsummer isn't scary, but it's a bit disturbing. So there's nothing disturbing. There were a couple of shivery moments in Annabelle. That's about what I can say.